I remember the first time a private school parent emailed me to ask how they would deregister their child from private school. I don't think I should have been, but I was actually quite surprised. I think although it makes absolute logical sense that there are very similar problems across private schools and comprehensive schools, I think I somehow thought that if you're paying for private school, the school would make sure that the child and the parent were happy. And it does seem like a lot of the time now, increasingly, because I am getting more emails, that's not the case. I wanted to share some resources that are paid for resources, because a lot of the resources I share are for free or for very cheap, but I do understand that that's not what everyone's looking for. And there are some absolutely amazing resources that do involve a fee or a subscription or something like that. Also, what I would say is that some of these resources do seem pricey. I completely get that. But the quality is there in them. And also for some as well, they just take away the headache and the inconvenience and the stress and the uncertainty about organising everything yourself, particularly when it comes to GCSEs. I know I felt, even having done this for 12 years, I'm still like, it's going to be a headache getting all the exam syllabuses in order, registering as a private candidate, blah, blah, blah. And some of these take that away completely. First one is a GCSE resource. I feel like this is where most parents would consider spending money if they were going to on their kids' home education, because obviously you're going to get value for money, the exam qualification. I am, in general, very wary of online schools. Other ones, not this one, this is called Minerva's Virtual Academy, I'll tell you about it in a minute. Other ones have done things like report home educators to the local authority when they sign up. Other ones basically leave kids to learn all the information on their own and don't give them any live lessons and things, so people can have bad experiences with them. I have personally seen the back end of this school. I've seen what the kids see and what they do, and it's the only one currently I would consider sending my kids to for GCSE. Also have a middle school for years 7 and 8, so if you did want your child to be doing like live online lessons with subject specialists, this is a good one. It's called Minerva's Virtual Academy, and I have got a link in my bio to it, so do check that out. And if you're doing GCSEs with them, they sort all the exams, you don't have to think about it. They do a package of like 9 GCSEs, extracurricular things, they do school trips, and they have community as well. Second resource is Prodigy Maths, and they also have an English option. This is a monthly subscription. There is a free version, but if you upgrade, it unlocks certain things for the kids. And my kids found this particularly helpful for maths. It's very gamified and it goes up to year 8. The next resource that I absolutely love is Duolingo. There is a free version of this as well, but if you pay, it gets rid of the ads and you have like unlimited tries on things. As you can see, I've started French here. My pronunciation is abhorrent. There are so many languages kids can learn on this app. My kids are trying Spanish on here. I'm doing French and Spanish. At some point I will probably brush up on German, but I love it. It's so accessible, and yeah, there is a free version, but you can also upgrade, and then that gives you a family membership actually. Next we have a focus and productivity app called Forest. I've just downloaded this. It looks absolutely amazing. It was $3.99, and for any kids with ADHD, this might be an absolute game changer. I'm hoping it is for me. So you basically grow a really cute tree for a certain amount of time, but if you stop doing your activity, then the tree stops growing. So I think it'll be motivating, and obviously for home ed kids, this might be really helpful. We have a music app. This is Simply Piano. It's a subscription, and this is what my 10-year-old daughter used when she was starting to learn keyboard. I would bet my bottom dollar there are similar apps for other instruments, so do have a look on the App Store. Obviously, there are so many more paid-for resources for home education. If you have a particular subject that you'd like to know like a ton of resources for, then let me know and I will do a video on that. So you know where the apps are, they're in the App Store, obviously go get them. And for the GCSE school, there is a link in my bio and you can book a discovery call through there.